Mike King. He is a former homicide detective, 28 years in law enforcement, and he's the co-chair of the FBI's Violent Criminal Apprehension Program. He's also the author of Deceived, an investigative memoir of the Zion Society cult. All right, so here's my question to you, Mike. When you are hunting a 17-year-old or a pair of them, how is it different than if you're hunting a 28 or a 52-year-old? Because I think 17-year-olds are dumber, and yet I've met a lot of really dumb adult criminals.
Yeah, and I've met a lot of pretty cagey 17-year-olds. So it really goes down to the looking at what their background is like. Are they manipulative in nature? Have they learned how to survive on the streets? Are these kids that have really been in and out of the system? Are they spending a lot of time on their own? What are they doing in the community? Are they on the local football team and going to class every day? Or are they out kicking indoors at night and hanging around and getting involved in the drug trade? So we have to look at the sophistication level. We have to look at the environment. We have to look at the support system, and the support system might be created by these predators as they're out doing things, maybe stealing so they have something to eat, or finding and breaking into an abandoned house so they have a place to stay. Or is somebody really supporting them and helping and harboring them and keeping them under this watch of law enforcement?
This is my point. So you're the guy helping to track. Are you calling Aunt Tanya, or are you surveilling Aunt Tanya's house? Because eventually a 17-year-old is going to need Aunt Tanya. Or is it really a matter of it's exactly like the grown-ups? They do the same things. They find the same hot dogs and dumpster diving food, and they camp out in the backwoods. Is it the same pattern, or are these kids just a little more desperate because they're young?
Well, they might be a little more disorganized, Ashleigh, and I guess that's the real thing. They haven't learned through experience. But here's a kid who's busted out. He's been out on the lam, and he learned some lessons. I guarantee he's learned some lessons and evolved as a result of that. Don't know about the other kid, what his background is, but somehow oil and gas come together in this juvenile facility, and two serious offenders get connected with each other and break out. And that makes a really dangerous situation. But it also increases the opportunity for law enforcement to really be able to find these guys, because they probably are connected socially. They probably have found burner phones. They probably reached out to somebody they know, or at least over time they're going to. And that's not just one person, but two that are in the mix that hopefully are going to make some mistakes, and law enforcement's going to get to them.
I looked at that kid on the right with the white shirt, Willie Jackson, and the first thing that crossed my mind was, what a little cutie baby face, until I saw the neck tattoo. And I wondered, what kind of kid is already getting neck tattooed at this age? I mean, it just, you know, it just screamed a whole different story than the baby face I'm looking at. Again, I can't reiterate enough that these kids might look like they're not dangerous, but armed and dangerous, police say they are first-degree murder suspects. And my guess is that when they get them, they're going to cuff them in an extra belly chain. Mike King, always good to have you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ashleigh.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.